this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how we made $50,000 from a single YouTube search channel in 30 days. I will show you the revenue breakdown, I will reveal my niche, show you how I create Zach D Films animations for 1/10 of the price he's paying his freelancers, how I hire my team and make it cost efficient, and the exact step-by-step content strategy that literally gets us billions of views. And if you need any more reasons to stay till the end, I will also give you a Faceless YouTube profit calculator for free. And just to show you exactly how this thing works, that's the profit calculator that I'm talking about. You need to put your number of videos that you post per month there, your average number of views. Let's say this month you got 12 million views on average, like I did. You put your RPM, your direct costs, your team bonuses, your YouTube tax, and your MSN tax if you have one. You put your monthly expenses and you get the exact number, how much money you make in profit per month, per one video, and per 1 million views. And even if you have a goal, let's say you want to reach whatever, $35,000 a month in profit, the calculator will show you exactly how much views you need to generate per month. My team literally spent probably a couple of days putting this calculator together. Now it works perfectly. It allows me to first of all analyze our current situation and see exactly how much profit we make, but at the same time it can guide you towards the right number if you have a specific goal in mind that you'd like to reach in the coming future. So this profit calculator that we typically sell for $150, you will get it for free if you watch this video till the end. I'll give it to you as a bonus just for those who stick with me till the end. But let's get started. As a result of this video, you will walk away with 3 to 10 practical tips on how to start a branded YouTube search channel and scale it past 15K per month as a business. I am a businessman. I'm taking a business approach. Whatever I do on YouTube, I don't run it as a creator. So I'm going to show you my business approach and the system. Let's start with the revenue breakdown. So in the month of June, we made $46,700 from 700 million views on YouTube. So this is the direct AdSense revenue. We also made 3.4K from 32 million views on TikTok, a small number, but it's still free money because we just reused the same exact videos on TikTok. I'll show you how we do it because TikTok only monetizes 1-minute videos. So we do a couple of tricks to be able to get monetized on TikTok, make 3K months. Not bad. And from music deals, we made $700. We only started doing music deals in June, so it was quite a small number comparing to our YouTube revenue, but in total, it puts us at $51,000 that we made in the month of June. And this is the revenue breakdown. Now, how we actually did it. So we posted exactly 60 shorts, 2 videos every single day. We stayed pretty consistent this month. We generated on average 11.6 million views. 11.6 million views on average. We had some videos hitting 60, 70 million views. We had some that failed, but on average, our channel generated 11 million views per video. Our average RPM was 0.064, so almost 6 cents and a half. That was our RPM this month, and we had a team of 5 animators at a time. Now we have a little bit more, but back then 5 animators is the team that was required to achieve this result. At some point we were making 2.4K per day, so June 5th and 6th were pretty good days. 2.4K per day, that's our channel peak at the time, so that was pretty good. And we were hitting 73 million views real time, the biggest real time I've ever seen on this channel, and that was pretty crazy. That was a good day, as you can guess. So before we actually got those results, I put 4 pieces of the puzzle together. So once I did those 4, the channel basically exploded because we went from 260 million views in May to 720 million views in June. So in 30 days, I was able to 5x my channel, meaning 5x my earnings from YouTube by putting together these 4 puzzles that I'm going to give you in this video. Niche, team, content ideas, and scripts. So we're gonna talk about each one of those puzzles in this video, and I'll give you the exact strategies that we use. Number one is the niche. As many of you know, I am in the 3D animation niche. So I create videos similar to what Zagdi Films does. If you don't know him, Zagdi Films has like 25 million followers. On YouTube, he is basically the owner, the monopolist of 3D animation niche, but I am his biggest competitor. By now we are the second fastest growing 3D animation channel in the world and his biggest competitor. And I have a saying that is pretty stupid, but it's correct. The hardest niche is the easiest to dominate. So if you think about it, the hardest niches are the easiest to dominate. Why? Because they have almost no competition. Zagdi Films is the sole owner of 99% of the market because, I mean, at least he was, right? Because 3D animations are very expensive to create. We're gonna talk about the costs a little bit later in this video, but they are very expensive. Creators, businesses, like media companies, they can't afford to create those animations, and that's why he had an edge, and that's why he managed to become a monopolist in this niche. But on the other hand, if you enter the commentary niche, almost every kid, like almost anyone, no matter how broke they are, they can create commentary type of content. That means that in this niche you will face a lot of competition. You will be forced to use other tricks to have a competitive advantage. But I am a big believer that if you choose a hard niche to enter, a niche with a high barrier of entry, you're gonna win in this niche if you can execute it well. So simple niches are commentary, celebrity drama, sports, AI. You all know those because other YouTube gurus will tell you to go exactly into those. They are less branded, less effective, they're mass market, and most of the time when entering a niche like that, you will see a lot of different competitors. Some of them are doing great, some of them are doing bad, but it's typically 10, 20, 30 channels doing the exact same thing with a slightly different videos, slightly different commenting, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. But hard niches are 2D animations, 3D animations, high quality AI, like almost movies, something that is produced with VR3, or documentaries. I like documentaries. Documentaries are probably my favorites. And if you think about simple niches in general, they are very hard to find because like most of them are getting crowded super fast. They have a lot of competition, as I said, because every kid can create a commentary video on his phone in CapCut, and that's why they typically have hundreds or thousands of channels competing for the same exact viewer. Branded, most of the time you can't brand a simple niche, and that's a big problem long term. You can make some quick cash now, but you will struggle long term. They quickly die out. If you look at most of the gurus in a YouTube Shorts game, they create a channel, they scale it to 100,000 followers just to get a silver play button, and then the channel dies out. They stop posting. Why? Because it's not profitable for them. It doesn't make sense. They can't even hire a cheap Filipinian editor to make this channel work because these niches quickly die out. So you are forced to jump from one niche to another, trying to find the next niche that will blow up. But they have an advantage because they are easy to start with. And if you are a complete beginner, you're that broke, probably this is the choice that you need to make. You need to go through this stage, but I would rather suggest you to not to, because if the whole market goes one way, you surely need to go the other way, because that's how you win against the market. You never bet where the market bets in the YouTube game. Hard niches, on the other hand, are very hard to replicate. So even if you succeed with a niche, even if you get billions of views, nobody can come and steal those views from you, because you have a competitive advantage, and these niches have a high barrier of entry. There's no competition, so most of the time you enter a niche, you have one competitor, maybe two competitors, but there's practically no competition in those niches. They are always branded, because 2D animations, 3D animations, you can make them in your personal way, and they're always branded, meaning no matter how bad the views and the situation on YouTube is, you can always build a brand off of that. You can sell merch, you can sell digital products, you can sell whatever. Branded channel will always outlast others, will always outlast spam niches. They are sellable, so you can sell an AI niche channel. You can't, sell for good amount of money, for 12x, 20x, 25x. But if the channel is branded, you can easily sell it, and it's scalable infinitely. You can get 1 million followers easily, 20 million followers, pretty much doable. It scales infinitely, but the downside to that is they are hard to be profitable in if you're doing it the wrong way. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the right way, how you can hire the team so you always stay profitable. My profit margin is about 60%, even though I'm in the hardest niches of all 3D animation. So your goal is to find a competitive advantage in the niche that you choose. No matter what you do, AI, commentary, or 3D animations, you need to find a competitive advantage, and it needs to be valuable for the market, but very hard to replicate, so your competitors can't catch up. And a couple of examples for competitive advantages, so just to give you a little bit more of direction. First, you can niche down the topic a little bit more than it was. That's exactly what I did with my channel. Zach the Films is creating animations on basically any topic he can come up with, any topic he finds interesting, but we decided to niche down to war documentaries, and this worked perfectly because we started gathering an audience, the fans of this specific topic, and the audience grew significantly faster. Number two, superior video quality. If you come in a niche and you upgrade the quality of the videos that are produced in this niche, you basically win instantly. So for example, if you come into 2D animation niche and you start creating 3D animations in that niche, you're going to crush every single one of your competitors because your quality is just one step ahead. The same way, if you come in a niche with, like, let's say AI content and you start replicating it in 3D, 3D is generally better because you have more control over what's going on in the scene. And if you start doing that, you basically create the video with superior quality, meaning you're gonna win the viewers' hearts pretty quickly. Number three, strategic use of controversy. Controversy can help you with virality. Controversy almost equals virality. So nowadays on YouTube, if you are controversial, you're going viral. Obviously, you don't want to break any YouTube rules and guidelines because you'll get demonetized or deleted, but use controversy to your advantage. Number four, one of my favorites, elevated content style. So you need to elevate the content style. More on that will be later. You can create longer or more engaging content. That's also important. If you find a niche with a couple of competitors doing 3-minute videos, let's say like you're trying to build a long form channel, if most of their videos are 3 minutes long, create a 20-minute long video and you will most likely win. You can create a more insightful commentary. For that, honestly, you need to be very passionate about the niche that you choose, because if you don't know anything about the topics that you create videos about, then basically you can't make them insightful because generally you are not excited by them. But if you choose the topic that you really care about, then you can make it insightful. And lastly, one of my favorite ones as well, you can leverage the niche transfer method, meaning you can take the viral pattern from one niche and you can bring it to another where no one is using this viral pattern, and you can win. So a couple of examples, some of my favorite ones. So elevated content style, what does it mean? There is a niche, Formula 1. Formula 1 is big, it has good RPMs, so the niche is perfect. If you are a fan of Formula 1, then probably consider running a Formula 1 channel. But Formula 1 is pretty basic. I mean, you can create a commentary, you can talk about drivers, you can talk about the teams, but it's pretty basic. You have like a footage from a race, and that's what you operate with. But this creator actually elevated that content style. So they added augmented reality. They went one step beyond expectations. So they started creating those videos, putting two drivers together and comparing their best laps. And this thing is not only interesting to watch because you generally want to see who's gonna win, but it's also his competitive advantage because nobody else does that, and it's a little bit harder, so the barrier of entry is higher, but at the same time it's just one step beyond viewers' expectations, and that's why he got I don't remember the numbers, but like easily hundreds of millions of views. And in example number 2 of my second most favorite competitive advantage is the niche transfer method. So this channel, Ape Aesthetics, they found an initial inspiration from the primate economics. You've probably seen those videos explaining complicated topics on bananas. So he saw that the apes and gorillas explaining complicated things are basically going viral everywhere in the crypto niche, in the money niche. But he decided to transfer this viral pattern to the gym niche. So he created this channel talking about how to gain muscle and explaining that with the viral pattern. So explaining that with a gorilla, and he went crazy viral, 2.5 million views on just 6 videos, long form videos obviously. But you can do the same thing with your shirts. It doesn't matter, like the example works anyways. And a simple rule of thumb for you to follow is that your biggest YouTube Shorts competitor, if you're going into shirts, must have at least 500 million views per month. If they're not getting 500 millions of views a month, your biggest competitor, you don't want to go into that niche because typically it's not going to work for you. You won't be able to make a good living off a channel like that. Let me actually show you why using this profit calculator that, as I told you, I'm going to give it to you at the end. So let's start at the end. For example, let me show you my unit economics of my own channel. So my current monthly expenses are $12,000. That's the salaries that I paid to my team, and we have 15 full-time team members, so we got a large team. The expenses are around $12,000 from fixed costs, so these are only fixed costs. Our MSN charges us 7% to withdraw our money. We have 0% tax rate. Maximum team bonus, the amount of money that I pay if my team meets all the expectations, meaning the number of videos they create and the number of views they generate, is $20 per video. So that's my maximum bonus. That's a variable cost, and I don't have any direct costs because all my employees are full-time team members, so they're not freelancers. So revenue per mile is 6 cents. As I said, our average number of views is 11 million. That's 11 million. You can see immediately how this calculator works, right? It just shows you that you're negative, fix your business model. That's how good this thing is. That's what I mean when I say that we literally put a lot of effort into that. So 11 million views, and let's say we are only able to create like 30 videos. Yes, we're profitable. We make $8,000 per month. It's not that good, to be honest. $8,000 with a team of 15 people, not good at all. And we only make $286 profit per video. Let's say we start creating 60 videos a month, so we double the number of videos with the same exact average views per video. That's our current numbers approximately, right? So last month we made like 30k profit ish, so we made like almost $500 profit from every video that we post. And let's say if my current goal is to reach $68,000 in profit, what I need is 1.2 billion views, and I'm able to do that because of my average number of views. Because if, for example, the views drop on average to 4 million views, we're screwed. We're almost break even, like $2,000. That's the profit that we make. With that number, to be profitable, we need 220 million views just to break even. So if you're entering a niche and you see that your competitor is getting on average 4 million views, and you can use this calculator to analyze your competitors as well. But if you see that they're only getting 4 million views on average, and your costs per video are high, like in my case, so we're approximately spending like $150 on each video, right? If we divide the salaries on the number of videos that we make, so $150 per video. I need a minimum of 3 million views on a video just for this video to be break even. So if you're entering a niche like that, it's gonna be super hard for you to make it profitable. You literally need, like in my case, 220 million views per month just to break even, just to make $0, just to not go negative. And if you want to make, let's say, like 10k, In that case, you need 400 million views. That's your bare minimum. So when you're entering a niche like that, it's very important to analyze your competitors this way using this profit calculator, because otherwise you will start working in a niche, you will create your first videos, and only then you'll realize that you are negative, you're losing money, and basically like you're not making anything for yourself. So stick to the layout. I'm going to give you this calculator for free, so yeah, so you can just use it. And my recommendation to you, focus on high quality, high production cost niches. And if you're a beginner, it might sound stupid, but hear me out. Building an effective team is much easier than competing against thousands of creators in oversaturated markets. So yes, probably if you are a beginner, it's easier for you to start in AI niche, but you will fight with thousands of creators for the same piece of the pie, and they are probably a little bit more skilled than you, can produce a little bit more videos than you, so they have the edge. So you're entering a red ocean without a competitive advantage. But if you choose a niche that is high quality and high production cost and is branded, then yes, it's hard to build a team, it's hard to find the right talent, but I'm gonna show you how to do that. And if you manage to do it, then you're gonna have a competitive advantage over the guys in this niche, and you will win easily. That's how I scaled my channel from 0 to 2.2 billion views in 6 months. It took me 6 months. Find me another creator in a commentary niche, in AI niche, who did the same. There's none, because it's impossible in low quality, low production cost niches. You can only do it with a branded channel. Number two, piece of the puzzle number two is your team. So hopefully by now you understand what kind of niche you want to go into, and you need to find a team. You need to find killers who will work as efficient as possible, because you're trying to make it break even at the beginning of your channel, and at the same time you want real killers who produce great results. So for example, this is a screenshot of my team. We spent 11 hours on a Zoom call waiting for 1 million followers. Unfortunately, like we hopped on the call at 8 p.m. Because we thought that soon we're gonna become YouTube millionaires, right? And then it took us like 10 hours to get to a million. It was kind of slow throughout the night because the views dropped, but we stayed from 8 p.m. till 7 a.m. on a Zoom call with the entire team, just waiting for this moment. That's the kind of killers that you want to find working for you on your channel. And to break it down, there is 3 main stages of building a faceless YouTube channel, right? Stage 1 is proof of concept. You're not trying to build anything big there. You're trying to get the proof of work. So you need to find the formats that work, you need to find the script that went viral, you want to see if the niche even makes sense to you. And that's when you post 15 to 30 videos per month, and that's when you need 1 or 2 content creators. By content creators, I mean animators, 2D, 3D animators, AI guys who will produce the videos for you, because you never want to create your own videos. You'll just get stuck in the trenches, like you'll never get out. Or clippers who find clips, who then add subtitles, commentary to those clips. So content creators, like a general word for anyone who produces content for you. That's when you need a team of 1 or maybe a team of 2, but not more than that, because you're just trying to get the proof of concept. You're trying to be as lean as possible. Stage number 2 is scaling. When you're producing 30 to 45 videos per month, you need 3 to 4 content creators. Again, in your case might be 3 to 4 animators, 3 to 4 AI guys, plus 1 scriptwriter. That's when you hire a scriptwriter. That's when you start teaching him how to find ideas, how to source those, how to script viral scripts, because at this stage it becomes impossible for you to script yourself. But stage number 1, it's important that you keep scripting your own videos, because again, you're trying to test out hooks, A/B test formats, A/B test script formats, etc. So you need to script your videos yourself at the beginner stage, but then once you start scaling, you need to train someone else to do it. You got the team of 4 at this stage. And lastly, stage number 3, you need to build a brand. And in order for you to do that, you're posting 60 to 120 videos per month. So from 2 videos a day to 4 videos a day, depending on how hard you can go, how many videos your team members can produce, you need 6 to 10 content creators. Again, animators, clippers, whoever. You need 2 to 3 script writers, and you need 1 team manager. So that's exactly how you hire. I am currently at stage 3. I have 15 people working for me full-time, 10 animators, 3 scriptwriters, team manager, and an HR who is constantly searching for new animators for me. But what's the biggest mistake when hiring a team? And you can probably guess, but you will never guess because it goes against all of the rules that existed in the industry before we started scaling our channel. Because the biggest mistake you can ever make is hire a freelancer on Upwork, Fiverr, Discord. These people are terrible for your channel because freelancers are unreliable, very expensive. They only care about the money they make from you. They don't care about your channel, and they're going to ruin your entire YouTube journey if you don't realize it early. And this almost killed my own channel. I almost went bankrupt because I was working with freelancers. So you can see how my channel scaled when we were working with freelancers. I had like 3 guys that I tried to work with, and the channel was kind of stagnating. So we quickly, that's when we started posting. Like on day 7 we already went viral, and we started getting like tens of millions of views every week. We got like 80 million views in our first months. That was quick, but that wasn't profitable. We were getting 80 million views, 80 to 100 million views, but I was spending the exact same amount of money that I was making from AdSense. So even though the channel skyrocketed, right, for a newbie, 100 million views a month might seem a little bit too crazy, but the channel was not profitable. So for 3 months we were stagnating, we were losing money. I was spending my own cash to pay those freelancers on top of what we made from AdSense. So that was crazy. But then at this point, I started building a high ROI team. I also found an investor to help me sponsor this team. So I'm gonna show you exactly how it's done. But then with a high ROI team, with a full-time team, you can see how quickly we were able to scale. So in April we did 80 million views, then in May we did 260 mil, and then in June we made 720 million views. So we 10x'd our channel in like 60 days. So why is it so bad? Freelancers, unreliable, expensive, count as variable costs. So this one is important, and this is a business term that you need to understand. When you work with freelancers and you pay them per project, you're not going to increase your margin over time, because I pay my team a salary instead of paying them per project. My margin increases the more videos I do. The more videos I do, the more money I make. If you pay per project, basically the more videos you make, the more money you spend, but it doesn't correlate with your profits. So it counts as a variable costs, which you want to avoid at all times. Constant churn and hiring process. The freelancers will leave you. They will leave you on hold for a couple of days. They will disappear, ghost. They will do whatever the fuck they want. But they're easy to find, and that's why every single YouTuber that I know goes to freelancers first, but it's the biggest mistake they make. Hiring the ROI teams, on the other hand, count as fixed costs. Again, you want to have fixed costs while working on the channel. You don't ever want to have variable costs because you want your margin to grow. Number 2, they work on result-based model. So we structure our work with a team the way that I want it. So the more results they bring to the channel, the more money they make. They feel motivated and dedicated, so they feel connected, and they feel like they're working on something big together. It's scalable infinitely. You can literally have hundreds of team members working for you, but you can't have hundreds of freelancers. It's just a management disaster. But yes, there is a downside. They are hard to find if you do it wrong. For me, it's not hard because I know the method, but for most of you, hiring your first high ROI team is going to be pretty damn hard if you don't listen to advice that I'm gonna give you. But you probably think, Tim, why do everyone else recommend me to find freelancers on Upwork if they are so bad? Well, because they have no idea. They could build a high ROI team and increase their profit margin by 30 to 100%. So these people you're listening to, they are probably just creators, just YouTubers, but I'm a businessman. I know where to find people, how to make them motivated, and how to properly manage them so they work for your advantage. For example, Zach the Films, the biggest guy in my niche. He works with freelancers, more than 80 people. He has a headache of managing 80 freelancers who doesn't care about his brand, and he pays them $1,000 per video with a team of 90 freelancers. Another competitor of mine, Outliners, they work with freelancers. They pay $200 for low quality videos, the videos that they just look cheap. They're bad. That's why they don't work. And they churn and hire new ones at like all the time. You can see it by looking at their videos. First, you don't want to watch them because they're bad quality. Second, you know that they overspend for such a shitty quality video. And then you can see how they post 2 videos a day and then they post 0 in the next day, and they just constantly churn and hire new freelancers trying to find someone who will care about their channel, but none of them actually cares. And my channel, on the other hand, has a high ROI team. We pay less than $100 for one video. We produce probably one of the best quality videos in the niche. Obviously after Zagdi Films, but he's just a nerd, like just trying to put everything together. Like, I'm not trying to be like that. And we have the fastest turnaround time of less than 36 hours. From idea to the final video, we have less than 36 hours because I have a full-time team. Another example, this channel that we talked about previously, the first one to come up with a niche. They caught the perfect niche at the perfect time. They got 2 million views on just 5 of their videos. They made $10,000, but they were only able to post 5 videos because they worked with a freelancer. He probably ghosted them, disappeared. He took a week to complete a 3-minute video, and that's why they lost the opportunity that was presented for them. And they got outperformed. This guy came up with a niche second, basically just stole their ideas, just stole their business model, started just 6 weeks ago, posted 11 videos already, outperformed them, got 1.5 million views, and he is in the long run going to destroy this original channel. So it doesn't matter if you catch the niche first or second. If you are able to execute with the proper business skills, you're gonna make it really fast. But it's still pretty low numbers. I bet that he probably still works with freelancers and doesn't leverage the high ROI teams that I was able to find. So if I were running this channel, I would find 3 animators, each creating 1.5 videos per week, and I would post 18 videos per month. Believe me, I have this experience. I know exactly how much a minute of animation costs for me with the kind of team that I hire. And for about $3,500 of operation costs, of fixed costs, I will be able to produce 18 videos. And if each video on average makes me $1,000, which is for a long form is pretty easy, I would make $18,000. If it's 2, I would make 30K back. So it's 10x ROI, and yeah, I wanted to show you that in a YouTube profit calculator, but whatever, you can play with it later. I don't want to go too deep into that right now, but that's what I would do with a niche like that if I, for example, catch it at time. If I, for example, catch it at the right time. But that's exactly what I did with my 3D animation channel. And these videos are like 2D animation. Like 2D animation is so damn simple. Like compared to 3D, it's nothing. But how do we hire? That's our hiring spreadsheet that I'm going to show you a little bit later. The process though is very simple. We must post our job offer across 7 high ROI countries. You don't want to go into India, Philippines, none of that. You want to post it in high ROI countries where people deeply care about the kind of content they create, but still the money that you pay, the American money that you can pay them, are a very good average weight or even above average for their countries. So we collect applications through a simple Google form. You can see it looks like that. We select the best candidates using the 4-step secret criteria formula that guarantees success, that guarantees that the candidate will win inside of our team. And then we assign test tasks just to see who actually suits our criteria. We schedule job interviews to finalize payroll decision, and we start working with them. And the Art of YouTube clients, that's my personal one-on-one coaching program. The Art of YouTube clients even get access to my own spreadsheet with over 600 candidates. Can you believe that? Clients that I coach on how to grow on YouTube get access to the spreadsheet that I collected, to the spreadsheet with over 600 candidates that try to work with my YouTube channel, so they simply can pick the best ones out of the spreadsheet, start working with them as soon as they join my one-on-one YouTube program. So that's how good it is, and you're probably now thinking like, just Tim, take my money, accept me to the Art of YouTube, I want to work with you. If you do, then just DM me Art of YouTube on Instagram. I'll hop on a call with you, and we'll see if my team and I can help you scale past 15K a month with your YouTube channel. We'll do that through installing a perfect team into your channel. First, of course, if you don't have a niche, we'll help you choose a niche or find a competitive advantage. Just everything that I told you inside of this video, I'm going to give you the systems to get a competitive advantage, hire the best team, manage this team properly, post the best videos possible, come up with the great ideas, etc. So I'm gonna help you scale past 15K a month. I'm not gonna leave you until you do. So DM me Art of YouTube on Instagram. You have my link down below. DM me and we'll hop on a call and discuss if I'm able to help you out. But the third piece of the puzzle is content ideas. Here you can see the exact spreadsheet that I use, Art of War ideas. That's how we come up with viral videos. And I am a big believer that an idea is 70% of success of your video. So for example, when I came up with this idea, we replicated multiple times, ended up getting over 50 million views, just one single idea. So my goal for this part of the video is to give you just to guide you a little bit, so you find one or two ideas that will potentially make you 50 to 100 mil. But an idea is subordinate to the format. The format is the king. Doesn't matter how good your idea is, if it doesn't have the format to back it up, it's going to fail. So first you need to think about formats, and then you need to come up with ideas within those formats. So the way it works is simple. Zach the Films, my competitor, had a format, shooting at something. So he fired at, in this video, he fired at a beer with an M4, and he wanted to see, like, the whole animation video is about like how thick is the beer skull, and if you can penetrate it with 9mm or a rifle, whatever. I saw this and I realized that it's not an idea, it's a format, because you can shoot at the beer, crocodile, elephant, whoever. That's the format that works. That's not a unique idea that is not replicatable. So instead of stealing the exact same video, instead of shooting at the beer, I decided that why not to shoot at a crocodile? Why not to shoot at an elephant? Why not to shoot at a person's tooth? Why not to shoot at a rhino's horn, and etc. And that's how I came up with, here you can see 4, but we actually created 8 or 9 or 10 videos. We shot at gorilla, etc. And those videos got more than 50 million views for us. And I took all of this inspiration just from one video, because I didn't care about the idea, I cared about the format. I cared about something that I can repeat again and again and again. So formats is the #1 thing that you need to look for. And before we created a single video for my channel, we collected 10 viral formats from our competitors, even before we started thinking about ideas. So that's how our spreadsheet looked. Here we have, like, you can see 8 formats, the description of those formats, the examples. You need to find multiple examples to prove that the format works, and only then you can go into researching your ideas. And when you have the format, you just use a ChatGPT prompt. So here's how it looked. Yo, ChatGPT, this script got 71 million views on YouTube. Do you know where I got the idea for it? And I always try to keep my prompts very conversational. So I like to talk to ChatGPT instead of just prompting it. So that's why you can see that. When ChatGPT replied, I was actually like, yeah, I actually got an idea from Sherlock series, you know. Again, I ask a question, so I want him to talk. I don't want to prompt him. I want ChatGPT to prompt himself. That's how I found that it works best. Then another reply, what I'm trying to do is to find moments from popular TV shows or movies where I can explain how some mechanism from the movie works. Do you get what I mean? And then I just ask, now give me a list of 10 most suited movie scenes and devices used in them, so I can get inspo from it. So basically, in like 4 simple prompts, I get a list of ideas based on the same format that already went viral for me. So you find one idea that went viral for you, for your competitor, whoever, and you try to come up with ideas within the same format. So if someone creates a video about the greatest, like, basketball player of all time, that can be a format for your script about the best, like, baseball player of all time, and etc. And the good sources for your ideas are also Reddit. We find most of our ideas on Reddit. TikTok, look at something that went viral on TikTok, replicate it on YouTube. YouTube, and YouTube long form. And as a bonus, you can screenshot the part of my scriptwriters checklist. So for all of our scriptwriters, new and old ones, we have a checklist on where you find ideas, and that's where we personally find ideas for us. Screenshot it, use it later. Now let's talk about the last piece of the puzzle, the scripts. By now you know how to find a niche and create a competitive advantage. You know how to hire the team properly. You know where to find ideas. Finally, how do you write the scripts? How do you put it on paper and actually execute on it? That's the example of the script that we recently wrote. So the biggest mistake that people make when writing a script is actually very funny. They write a script. Writing is a mistake. You don't want to write a script, and it sounds controversial, I know, but let me explain. We never write our scripts. We rewrite them. We rewrite viral scripts, and that's why we keep going viral again and again and again. We don't come up with anything. We rewrite viral scripts. So here's an example of a terrible script. Let's say we take the same video that we just discussed about firing at a bear's skull that Zach Films created. This is the exact script that he used. If you fire a bullet at a bear's massive thick skull, you might assume the bone could stop it cold, blah blah blah. This is a terrible script. If we create a video about firing at a crocodile and we started, do you know what will happen if you shoot at a crocodile with a 9mm round? Well, this and that, but blah blah blah. That's a terrible script. Yes, you use the viral format, but you haven't executed on it well because you started coming up with a structure that never existed in the original format. You want to stick to the original format, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. So here's how the great script would look like, and pay attention to these color patterns. So look at the hook. If you fire a bullet at a bear's massive thick skull, how we rewrite it? If you fire a bullet at a crocodile that's charging at you, you follow the same structure, you follow the same patterns. And again, could stop it cold, would kill it instantly. So we make an assumption what would happen, what people think would happen after firing a bullet. You made an assumption, but then you also use but, and here we also use but. So basically think about it as a lyrics. So you want to keep the rhythm, you want to keep the same rhythm, the same structure, the same format. That's how you write a perfect script. And then also we explain with the however, we explain that the skull is thicker than we think and blah blah blah. So we do it with like you can see it's marked with a purple color. And then in the end you want to make like Zach makes a controversial statement that it could ricochet right off of like bear's skull, whatever. I just do exactly like that. If the video went viral for him, it will most likely go viral for me if I stick to the same format. So I basically make the same controversial ending to my script as well. And as a result, these 4 videos that I showed you previously firing at someone made me what? $3,000, something like that. 1.8K one video, $600 the other video, almost $700 from another one, like $200 from this one was pretty small, but $3,000 from a single script that I changed just like little details in. That's how you need to write scripts. So for every script that you write, you need to have 2. You need to have the idea reference, the video on YouTube, long form or short form, that proves that the idea itself has viral potential. And second is the format reference, video that went viral for your competitor in the same format that you want to follow in your script. If you have those 2, you basically have a viral video on your hands. Now, after you have all 4 of my pieces, I want to give you, on top of that, just to over deliver, I want to give you 8 golden pieces of advice from Team Chesney. Number 1, learn business skills. It's hard to accept, but you won't make it far enough in your YouTube journey if all you can is pick the new shiny niche. Niche doesn't matter. If you don't have business skills to execute on it properly, execute on an opportunity that presents itself. If you don't know how to hire a high ROI team and all you know is Upwork freelancers, if you don't know how to manage the team properly and set up systems so they actually work, right? If you don't know how to find an investor if you don't have cash to produce, high quality videos. If you don't know anything, if you don't know that, it's gonna be super hard for you to make it in this YouTube world, because you will always get destroyed by teams like mine. Because you will always get destroyed by teams like mine and other media companies that actually run YouTube as a business. Number 2, find investors early on. You don't ever want to risk your own cash when running a YouTube channel. There is millions of people who made their money, they're in their 40s, 50s, they invest in S&P 500 and they can get 10x return in a year by investing into your YouTube channel. So you need to find someone who is prepared to risk his own cash to sponsor your channel, to pay for your employees as you grow, so you can forget about paying your own bills and you can focus on growing your channel solely. So you need to find an investor early on. This advice basically saved my channel when my channel was at its lowest, and since then we grew by 20x. So the investor just almost multiplied his money by just working with me, and believe me, there's plenty of people who want to work with you as well. You just need to pitch them in the right way, and my clients inside of the Art of YouTube program actually learn the best pitches, how to sell the part of your channel and get the cash upfront so you can reinvest it and scale faster. Number 3, spend an enormous amount of time perfecting each video. You don't ever want to post a shitty piece of content. And I don't mean it in a overthinking way. So prepare a content schedule. Let's say you post every other day and stick to it. But within those 2 days that you have to work on a video, perfect every little detail that you can. Whether it's the hook, the script, perfect every word in the script, perfect every second of your voiceover, perfect every piece of the scene that you're trying to build, and that's how you get better at content creation. Stick to your posting schedule. That's what I said. You have to know your posting schedule. If it's 2 videos per day, then stick to it, and no matter what, you post 2 videos per day. Find undeniable proof that your niche works. If you don't have a competitor that makes 20-30 grand a month with his YouTube channel, do you even want to go into that niche? Find undeniable proof that your niche works and that you can make it far in your niche. My biggest competitor is making $300,000 from YouTube AdSense alone. His brand is making probably $500,000. That's the kind of competitor that you want. That's how you know you have the proof that your niche actually works. Turn every viral video into 10 viral pieces. So, as I said, every video can become a format if you realize how to structure it properly, how to extract more ideas from the single viral video. You can do it with your competitors or with your own viral videos. Know your numbers. You need to know your unit economics. You need to use the profit calculator that I'm going to give you to understand how much you make per video, per million views, how much every team member makes you, the ROI of hiring more team members. You need to know those numbers. You need to run it as a business. Otherwise, you'll get destroyed and will probably go bankrupt in the next couple of months. You can make money short term with your content creation skills, but in order for you to make it long term, you need to have those business skills. So you need to for sure know your numbers, and always build branded channels. Forget about spam channels. You don't want to make money now, you want to make money forever. In order for you to make money forever, you want to build a branded channel. You can scale it infinitely and you can sell it at the end for a huge chunk of cash, for multiple 6, maybe even 7 figures. And once you do, you'll have so much cash to start more channels or start your own content company or just chill on the beach. But if you want to create a personalized faceless YouTube strategy and scale with the help of high ROI teams that only I have access to, then you have to join the Art of YouTube. There is no such program on the internet that don't just teach you something. We give you the team to run your content channel, to run your YouTube channel with. We give you the tools and the exact systems that helped us generate 2.2 billion views in the last 6 months. We are the fastest growing 3D animation channel in the world, and the exact systems that I used to find an investor, to find a team, to manage the team, to come up with ideas, to come up with scripts, to post our videos, to the content guidelines that we use. We give all of that inside of the Art of YouTube program, and that's where I personally help you scale your channel, find an investor, write scripts, and much more. Art of YouTube, as I said, my personal coaching program where I give you the strategies, cheat sheets, softwares, help you hire the best team, manage it properly, find an investor, scale with predictability and stability with just one goal. Invest my personal cash, and I have a lot of it by now, into your channel to help you reach new levels and new potentials. 50 grand a month, 60K, 100K months, that's what I'm passionate about. And that's what I give inside. The fundamentals of Faceless YouTube and strategy. The strategy is the key. How are you going to scale past 15K a month? Forget about your next month's goal. Think about the next year. How are you going to conquer the niche and become number one or at least number two in your niche? That's what we learn inside of the strategy. Finding and validating niches and scripts. How do you know if your niche even has a potential to make the money that you want to make? How do you know if the niche is interesting for outside investors? How do you know if you will be able to sell the channel afterwards? You will learn all of that in the second module. Then video creation, whether you are in the AI niche, 3D animation, 2D animation, doesn't matter. How do you create content guidelines so your team always follows them and creates the best videos possible? Monetization. What are the ways that you can monetize your channel besides just making a shit ton of money from AdSense? Obviously, we're gonna help you with AdSense too, but what are other ways? The brand deals, again, outside cash. How do you run affiliates? How do you launch your TikTok account and monetize that? There's tricks on that too. This one is my favorite, automation and team. How do you hire and manage the team properly? No one will ever teach you that inside of the YouTube course. You will never find a YouTube course that will teach you the automation and the team properly. Again, I am in the hardest niche of all, the 3D animation, yet my margin is 60%. You will never find a channel like that, and that's because my team is so cost efficient, no one has a team like that. And scaling. How do you scale past 6 figures a year and even past 7 figures a year with proven systems? If you're interested in any of that, if you really want to scale but you've been stuck for a little bit too long, then all you need to do is to DM me, The Art of YouTube, on Instagram, and I'll take it from there. Like, if I'm not able to help you out, then I'll probably just refer you to someone else. But if I am, if you're a beginner or experienced with the channel, and if I'm able to help, I'm gonna give you the tools you need to scale to the next level. So if you wanna hop on a call, the strategy session, free strategy session with me, then down below you will find the form. Just fill out this form and I'll let you know if we are a good fit to work together, and we'll hop on a call and I'll help you prepare the strategy to 10x your current earnings with YouTube. So all you need to do is to DM me, Art of YouTube, on Instagram, and again, I'll personally hop on a call to help you out. But I promised you a bonus, right? So how do you actually get the cheat sheet, the YouTube profit calculator? All you need to do to get it for free instead of $150 that we typically sell it for is tweet or post an Instagram stories with a proof of you watching this video. So just take your phone, take a picture of this YouTube video right now, post it on your stories or on Twitter with something like watching a free course on how team made $50,000 with YouTube Shorts. Tag me, so on X you can find me, hi Team Obas, or on Instagram, hi Team Chesney. Tag me and I will immediately auto DM you the link to the YouTube profit calculator. Again, this thing is incredible. It will allow you to understand your numbers. Again, you just put in the number of videos that you create and it will show you if you are at least profitable, how much views you need to generate per month to be profitable, to make 5K months, 10K months, or achieve any other goal you have. 60K a month, you need 1.2 billion views. So using that, you will be able to at least understand your numbers. Understanding your numbers is the #1 step to scale. So again, all you need to do is to tag me on one of these socials and follow this YouTube channel. It's brand new, but I'm already posting and preparing some cool sauce for you. So I'll see you in the next videos.